welcome back to day 3 of Bach on the jazz double bass. I'm still Frode Berg, full-time dad, part-time bass player at the moment. So let's see how far I can get on this second movement today. The Allemande. It's like a moderately medium tempo paced dance. All the movements in these suites are dances, by the way, except for the preludes, which are of course just that, preludes, introductions to the suites. So this Allemande is moderate tempo, it's not too fast. It should have a kind of a, a loose improvisational feel to it. So phrasing and slight rubato, or not slight, but quite a lot of rubato is quite important to make this music breathe and make it natural. Our first challenge is the same as in the first movement, but here we have to play a chord, which is a G, a D, the fifth, and then the third on top. And I think I'll break it like that. So it's kind of cheating the cellists. They have the open G and then the open D, and they just finger the B down here. So they just go with their bow, and then they hit both of those, and then they move the bow up and down. So it's different on the bass when we're up an octave, and we have our instrument is tuned in fourths, so it's not possible to get that chord in that elegant manner. So we have to solve it, and my preference is which I think is close enough. So I'm trying to connect the phrases. I'm aiming for some top notes and some bottom notes, and trying to sort of be a bit alive in between, moving along certain places, holding back other places, trying to make the music breathe. In this fourth bar there's an arpeggiated G major triad going downwards, and I'm ending on the open G. I'm crossing the strings down to the B on the A string, and then the open G. And it's important to try to phrase off, this phrase. I don't know if this is correct English, but D phrase, a slight diminuendo at the end of such phrases is a normal way of doing this in this type of music. So, but when we get the open G, it's very easy for that to stand out and be louder than the rest. Especially when coming from the thumb position, with kind of softer register, because the bass register is more out there, booms at you. So we have to keep that in mind and remember to de-phrase it. So the next phrase has a trill in it. In this edition, the trill is marked starting from the note above. And I think, having listened to a lot of recordings of cellists playing this, both like in a Baroque kind of way and in more modern romantic ways, it seems to me that most of the players start the trills from above. So it makes sense. Of course, we're not going to trill as long as we could if we were playing with a bow. So I guess a couple is enough. The same D-phrasing of that E minor arpeggio down. I'm ending on the harmonic on the E string. Remember yesterday, well actually it was yesterday, but in episode 2 I was talking about trying to avoid playing in thumb position on the bottom string. This is an exception because we are continuing up here and actually moving up to a C sharp on the G string. So if we move down the strings here, we have a lot of travel and a lot of, things where things can be not so precise. and it's possible to practice it, but I don't think it's necessary because I like how it sounds with the D phrasing going down the strings ending on the E harmonic. The mordent is called this ornament in bar 8. It's marked differently than the trill, so I just start that on the note. I'm not a Baroque expert by any means, so please forgive me if you know this is totally wrong, but I'm playing it. Might be. Might actually be like that. I'm going to research that, and I'm not going to re-record this, but I'm going to research this before I record the suites for, you know, my final recording of them. So, but for now, I'm just going to do it from the note and mordent them upwards. So bear with me, you purists out there, and I will figure it out. This is again the same arpeggio as in the first movement. So we use the open G and the harmonic D. Here the same, we have to hit the E, which I'm having difficulties with right now, but it's a practice thing. I'll keep on practice this and it will come. So here, there's a lot of open strings, there's a lot of harmonics and some shifting. I mean, the problematic thing here is the shifting to the high register. Let's see, where is that? Yeah, it's just after that mordent. I'm shifting on the B, so I'm moving the thumb to the B, so that's the thing I have to practice. And then I have to move the thumb and find the E. And I have to let go of the C sharp without moving the finger because I have to stay in the position. And then the thumb has to come back to the B. I'm not going to do it like that, but yeah, and I'm going to practice to be able to hit the C sharp with my thumb after the shift. And I want to stop the top G and not just the harmonic. because I think it kind of works, it makes the effect more dramatic with the top tone there. But I am using the harmonic on the A. And I'm cheating, I'm recomposing Bach again, sorry Bach. I am playing the open D after the high G. It's written one octave higher, but it's unnecessary. I think it just makes it unnecessarily awkward, and I don't think it really brings. I think it works well with the open D down the octave. I've played that wrong now the last 4 times I tried playing it. That's all for now. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next week for the second half of the Allemande.